Hi and welcome to the channel. My name is Evie V and I help people become the best versions of themselves. In today's video we're going to talk about lose weight the natural and only sustainable way. The only sustainable way is by changing the mindset so that we don't think we're depriving ourselves of anything. So I have been there with diets, but honestly I've tried a lot of things. I've always wanted to lose weight from what I can remember all of my adult life anyway. I think even as a kid I was always wanting to lose a bit of weight. I've never been like drastically overweight, so it wasn't that I always had to take too drastic measures, but it was always niggling, it was always kind of there. And I've been through loads of personal trainers, getting up at once I got up at I think it was 5, and at the point it was 5:30 or something, 5 o'clock start I think, paid loads of money for it to get up at such unnatural time to go and be shouting out what to do at a personal trainer. I've had loads of personal trainers. I've had and loads of the fad diet things that come out, like those celebrity slim things, and there was all sorts of kind of stuff, so loads of money on that as well. I've had slimming tablets. I used to take them maybe before going to the gym or just to suppress my appetite, so I've been through all of that. And then this one, the craziest one, I can't believe I did this. I got this thing called a skinny pen or a skinny injection. I can't believe I used to do it. It was only once I did it, a period of time, it went over a month or something, and you had to put a little pinprick injection into your belly. It was supposed to suppress your appetite or something like that. So anyway, I'm telling you all of this because I've been there with always wanting to lose weight, and I now sustainably am a stone lighter than where I've been for the past few years, but I'm 2 stones lighter than my heaviest point. And so this was always my target weight. I'm always easily always at my target weight now. My target weight was kind of set at, the BMI chart. I know we can say it's all a load of rubbish and stuff anyway, but just as a gauge for my height, my weight, I'm still at the top of the BMI chart. But because I used to be a stone heavier, my goal was to always be at this point, which I'm at this point now. So there's still parts of me that I know I could do with losing a little bit more, and I'm not saying this is where I want to stay, but comfortably I'm always within the healthy weight for my height and weight basically. And I've done this through changing my mindset. This is the only way that we can actually do that, because if we think we're depriving ourselves of something, so that, that sugary meal or whatever that might be, then we're always inevitably eventually going to fall back to our old ways. This is, like I've mentioned before, about the willpower myth and us running off willpower, that eventually willpower runs out. It might be a good driver for us at first, but eventually if we think we're depriving ourselves of something, we're eventually then going to fall back to those old ways. So what we have to do is change our mindset. Now, I was first what word should I use? Not overwhelmed. I found it incredible. I was just amazed with the power of the mind when I first went vegan. Because what happened was, when I realised I had to be vegan, it didn't happen overnight for me this either. I was pescatarian first. Then I was living in Australia at the time. I then wanted to find some personal trainers in the area. I didn't want them to be saying, you need meat for protein and all of that. So I was looking up vegetarian kind of personal trainers or something. And then I found this blog. And through this blog, I was then inspired and then realised the only way was to be vegan. So then the whole vegan journey, I'll not diverse too much with that, but basically when I realised I then had to be vegan, it took me 2 weeks to then change my mindset, to get off the dairy, get off dairy and change my mindset around that. And then I was amazed because I would then have this craving, and when I would have usually gone straight away for the dairy chocolate, I then was no longer having it. And I was like, wow, we can really change the mindset. So I knew the power of the mind when I first went vegan, and the power of the mind is where it all begins. This is how I describe it. This is the root cause. There's some chemistry behind it all as well, and if you've listened to my in-person presentation, I kind of go into this a little bit more as well, because when we're kind of like emotionally eating, for example, and that, you know, we all do it. We eat on other emotions, whether that's just boredom, whether that's, you know, loneliness, whether that's even excitement, and anything. We're emotionally eating so often, and it might not be that we've got like an unmet trauma that's continuing us to be on this cycle. What it can then boil down to is simply just the chemistry behind it, because we keep reinforcing this I'm losing my words today. I don't know what that's all about, but we keep reinforcing this action that we're doing, and that when we keep reinforcing it, these neurons that are firing together, they then keep wanting us to do that, and then we're more like on autopilot to keep doing that, and that's when we form these habits, and we form good habits and we form bad habits, kind of thing. So what we're trying to do is reverse that. Now, how do we reverse that? What I found we have to do is we have to do the self-development work. We have to raise our vibration so high that we no longer want anything that is going to slow us down, that is going to be a detriment to us, that is going to make us sick. So this is the only sustainable way, is when we have changed our mindset. So I find, you know, I've gone over it before with like meditation first thing in the morning. What we need to really do is set clear boundaries so that we're finding this time for self-development. It might be a yoga practice that you do. It might be breathworks that I certainly need to do more of. There's so many self-development things that we need to be incorporating into our days. And only by doing that are we then going to feel so much better in ourselves, because we've raised our vibration, we've elevated our state so much higher, that then we're not going to want those foods or those drinks that are going to lower our vibration even more. The mind is so powerful, and yeah, this is how we can really make changes. I do offer coaching with this. If anyone was interested to have group coaching with me, I'll put all the information below. You could hop on a call with me. I'll put my Calendly link below, because sometimes, even though we can say it in theory and we know what we've got to do, it often really takes that extra bit of like kind of support, being in a group of other people, like-minded people, having that extra support, that extra accountability, going deeper into the theory and understanding as well, all of it collectively, so that we can finally put this issue, this whatever it is of always wanting to lose weight, we can finally put it to bed and focus on other things, because we came here to thrive, we came here to have a good time, not to constantly go over the same thing like, oh, I want to lose weight, New Year's resolution, start the diet Monday. It's repetitive, and we need to change our story now. This is where we're making changes. We're changing our story, we're getting onto new timelines, we're becoming the healthiest versions of ourselves, because we can and we want to, and why wouldn't we want to live to our absolute best being that we can be? And then we can help others to do the same, and this is how we're going to all thrive together. So if you want any more information from me, I'll put the links below. You can join the High Vibe Food Tribe over on Facebook too. And thank you all for being here. I'll see you all in the next one. Sending you all much love.